You are immigrant fool. The devil may not claim your soul.
No.
For survival.
You know, I knew it would be Layman. I knew it would be
Why
Layman.
are you running?
Why are you running?
Alright.
Have you seen the fucking one? Oh, one sec. I have to try and find that one.
Oh, fuck, I'm gonna find
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. First of all, I can only apologize.
Why are you apologizing?
It's just a good place to start with something that is already gonna be cancerous as fuck. But be that as it may, I hope everyone's sitting comfortably, and if so, we'll begin. Who would like to do the recap for this week?
No, not everyone at once, you know.
Yeah, I
I
can.
did it last week.
I can do it this week.
I've already forgotten.
Let's have Aiden do it. She's not been here for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, just give it. Tell us what happened the last time you were here. That's
Okay,
important.
as the bard, you also have to recap everything that happened in your complete absence.
Seems really good.
Such is the way of the bard.
One sec, I've got it. I'll do the recap.
Don't forget.
So,
Do you like my car?
Do not reference Eurobeat. We nearly got fucking cucked over that last stream.
As far as I'm...
last week, we were trapped in a house that was infested by some alien horrors, which we killed on the spot. But the house was also assaulted by it was a barn actually, which was assaulted by some unknown army with flame hounds full of wasps, guys jumping from skies with crossbows, and a fucking druid that was going to tear the house apart. Until Edmund managed to roll and perform a successful diplomacy, and we managed to get the fuck out, only to be chased down by a chariot. Armored chariot with armored guy with armored horses, which we also managed to kill, thanks to Layman's ingenious plan. And we have found out that there are missing persons posters are appearing all over the town, and apparently we are responsible for almost half of those missing persons. So we are now back on our way to punches to solve our issues. And that was what happened last week.
Jewish lies in Eurobeat.
Are we home or are we on our way home?
You're just pulling into the driveway now.
Sweet. Good. Good thing the driver knows the way.
Well, that was subtle. I like it.
Turns to the horse. Why are you running?
We've just got a lot of those.
You
know,
continue to just plod along. Both horses that are pulling the cart, barely alive from drug-induced stupor.
Can we put like go faster stripes on the horses? Oh, the 2 stripes along the back of them. That'd be good.
Yep.
Make them go faster. Hell yeah.
Well, it depends. Do you have a credit card to line it up?
Use lead
So
paint.
Nah, we just
No,
give me some PTFT.
We're not pulling a fucking Beastmaster where they painted the fucking line with black paint that was toxic as fuck and it ate the paint and died.
Come on, just the fam. Just give me some chalk or
Why
something.
did I know that story?
Oh god, why did it? No, whoever's doing it
The
right.
Beastmaster movies
needs to be white.
were fairly well known. At least use the text tool if you're gonna shitpost on the map.
No.
There's a way of doing this. Oh god, it's just so.
Why have you chosen to draw in dog shit brown?
It's great for
Get off the fucking carriage.
Alright, so I get out the carriage, I walk
More
up next to the
precisely,
driver.
in your case, you're being towed out because currently it's daylight. Actually, you're immune to it, but still.
I chuck the driver 5 gold coins. Fucking go, thanks. Thanks again, driver.
Thank you. I'll go park.
Art.
Those of you who are not immune to the sun will be towed inside in your coffins.
Mine is dustbin.
Where
I
is
come
everybody?
because I said, honeys, I'm home. Where is everybody?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Eerily quiet. No one
Nope.
seems to be about.
No.
Oh no.
Does the air taste of suspicion?
Tastes
The
stale.
taste of Uganda.
It tastes still.
Don't bring your horse into the restaurant.
I'll
You
do it.
fucking savage.
Nothing can touch it except me.
You are. Why would you call a horse savage if you were once part horse?
I'm rolling perception.
The
Shit.
horse begins T-posing into the furniture. Can a horse
I
T-pose?
roll perception.
I do not perceive
Damn.
anything.
Yeah, sure. I'll also roll perception. Wait.
Fuck help.
Why have I not put perception in my bar yet?
Why did I put on push to talk so you could hear me laugh? Fuck.
Oh, I'm so woke.
Oh.
My brain is lined with eyes.
Ooh. Oh, I
Okay.
love those graphics of the cart pulling away. It's really realistic.
Oh no! Why they go faster? They go so fast. The go faster stripes are actually moving. Whoa!
Oh, it's backed up a bit. It's backed up a bit.
I like how Layman just phased through the cart and is just now sitting in the air.
I literally can't make the car go any further to the right.
Oh no! You can't really go any further to the right, is it? The horses are white. Everything's white.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I'm dreaming of an ethnic Christmas. Anyway,
Oh, it seems we have one patron.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Whoever's drawing that, learn how to copy and paste and just. That's
I am
all
not
of
doing
us.
it. I'm not doing it.
I know who it is.
You didn't.
It's oh my god! It's Egyptian tales.
fucking bootleg Anubis. Nuka has apparently summoned the spirit of Shoka, and it's just bootleg Anubis.
Wait,
Oh,
I
no!
just realized.
Oh no! Who's
Oh,
stealing my bit? Who's stealing my bit?
Mm,
Excuse me, sir. This is
Demonetized.
is that? You know the way there's like that drawing of the
The way-
retarded swastika. I think there's a new one.
Oh god, the ball's back. If Bill,
One second,
Bill, remember
one
the
second.
ball. Everybody
Just
stop
remember
making
the ball.
jokes.
Okay,
No,
okay.
shut up. This is
One
very
sec.
important. Stop.
I'll earn
Out
us
of
the silver
character.
coin.
Okay, out of character, Bill, I would like to note that as an invisible being, I suffer from fits of insanity. We have
This is
not yet
true.
modeled it with my 10 plus safe check, so I decided to keep this, in character and to start seeing weird shapes and shit.
Weird, badly drawn shit. Well,
Yes, this is
reasonably well drawn
completely-
considering the medium, but still.
And I would like a silver coin for pointing this out. Thank you.
Tell you what, we'll call it neutral on that one.
You have no idea
free
how
market
much I
provides.
put into this single bluff.
I love. He's so insane that he can fucking see images of things inside buildings while he's outside in the snow.
I quickly run outside, and I position myself next to the snowman, and I say, "Look at all this lovely snow, dear," and then I blow up the snowman.
Why?
What a quality reference!
Everybody in Uganda knows
It's okay, we
kung
managed
fu.
to get some perception.
Yeah, I got a 36, Bill. What do you see?
Well, as you're going to the main entrance, whilst the place looks quiet, there's no lights on. You got to put your key in the keyhole, and it just kind of eases open. Door's already unlocked. Normally, if it was abandoned, it would have been locked down.
I ready my weapon.
I pair congratulations forever wipe this place out. Dams. Oh wait, that's definitely a fucking black coin. No.
Okay. I'm gonna. Do I perceive anything? Does nothing seem out of the ordinary?
As you're sweeping through the building, you notice something's been left on one of the tables. It is a strange-looking book, wrapped up in just rough cloth. A single feather is placed on top.
Knowledge Arcana to see what the book is. Or can I read it? What does the book say?
It's a bizarre little tome. It's bound in iron. And upon inspection, it's not actually regular paper or cloth. It's in fact very fine bronze plates.
That doesn't do what I think it does it?
Each one is individually hand-etched, documenting incredibly precise and incredibly complex equations. On the first few pages, scraps of paper have also been included. These seem to be translations.
What do translations say?
A quill has been included. It's a strange black. It's what you expect from a crow, but far larger and speckled with kind of coppery hue to it. It has a faint smell like metal, like blood, but not quite as pungent.
What would be relevant to understanding the quick maths?
The translation of the first page is in the interior of the iron binding, the Book of Meket.
I think
Does anybody know who Maquette is?
Can I do the lore master?
Yes, you may.
So that would be, sorry, d20 plus 10.
Yes, indeed, I believe.
Ugh.
No, it's actually it's enough for some basic information at the very least. That's quite a good deal of information. You know, you've heard some rumours of Meket, though it is fairly obscure information. Meket is one of the deities one would expect from from covens and brotherhoods of vampires. Meket specifically is a deity of bizarre equations and experimentation.
Fuck, I remember this.
Oh god, it's that thing.
What's this about Mecca?
Meket specifically is spelled M-H-K-H.
So basically what we got here is a vampiric book that does stuff involving numbers and autistic shit.
Like what would it take? So what is actually contained with? Like we know that all the maths and shit is in the book, but what, like, to understand what's in the book? I guess.
Oh, the first pages have been translated by someone else in a very fine, flowing, cursive handwriting.
What does it
I
say?
actually would like to do something really stupid. Does my linguistics or anything like that allow me to discern social status and or basically any details about the person that's written it?
Potentially.
Right. If it is linguistics, I would like to do that.
Definitely someone educated. A sage, a scholar, scribe, someone noble-born perhaps. It's difficult to tell from the actual writing itself. And the quill that was included has been used as a bookmark, which marks a particular page, carefully translated, titled Artificial Vampirism.
Oh damn.
Is the book an original? Or does it seem like an original?
It as I said, it's comprised of etched bronze plates. So, barring the use of a actual steel stamping press, this is probably hand done. Looks fairly original.
Okay, out of character, I think I can do some shit with this, but I would need some time. If we decide to drop it into my study, into my isolated room thingy, I think I can get some shit done with it. Investigator and shit like that.
I should state that the entire method of artificial vampirism has been fully translated.
I mean, like I feel like don't know if it's in character or out of character or however I'd phrase it, but getting a strong sense. There may be a small link with our party. I don't know.
A what?
I
a
hold up my
small
hand.
link with the party.
Is there any pictures?
Yeah, because you can only understand pictures.
The book is entirely comprised of diagrams and pictures.
Oh hell yes!
Does it have anything that looks like? Could somebody flick through the book and see if it has anything that looks like me and Mud's disc?
That's good chat.
The translated section is exactly that.
Is it just a list of ones?
It details a method of converting vampirism into essentially a digital format. It also details how to equip automatons and golems in order to turn them into vectors of blood harvesting. Where a feeding golem could draw blood from a victim and feed its master.
It's kind of hot, not gonna lie.
This makes my teeny robo penis into a big robo penis.
I just got an amazing idea.
The rituals are actually fairly well all transcribed from the original text, and whilst the rituals are no doubt somewhat, shall we say, esoteric and religious in nature, the science is all sound. Well, sound as one can be when in the matter of instilling vampirism into otherwise inanimate objects, or rather quite animate, non-sapient objects.
Why would it just call us stupid? Oh.
That said, looking at the front cover doesn't make your eyes hurt, as it is a fully realised picture of a tesseract.
Jesus!
Oh god.
Can I look at it without being hurt?
It's not pleasant.
Well, it's like any tech book. It's always got an obnoxious front cover.
Thank you.
Can I look at it and I just don't understand it anyway?
The front cover is just that picture of Nicolas Cage from fucking Raising
almost every textbook has a fucking obnoxious. It's always like some weird diagram or like a 3D rendered image that like.
Well, this is a 4D rendered image.
All right. Well, that's a bit worrying. All right. Well.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say I may be able to get some use out of this. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd say give it a mud.
What would I need to actually understand? Like, I understand that it's all written out and that, but what would I?
Translating the rest would require a great deal of study.
Oh, damn.
Though you would be at an advantage, Mark III, as you are rather, well, this is the same kind of science that built you.
Okay, I'm just going to take it then. That's mine.
Actually, no, I want it now.
Of course you want it, you fucking greedy bastard.
Is there any...
You're Irish and from like the 1920s. You can't even read regular fucking words, let alone this shit.
Is there anything else near the book that would tell us anything about the book's owner? Like, is there any other personal effects around the book?
Is he written his name on it?
Just the bookmark, which is a black feather speckled with a coppery
Just
tone.
that black man over there.
Pigment.
So, just out of curiosity, does this pen make it easier to etch into metal?
No, in fact, it has not been cut to a proper quill. It's just a quill from a bird of some description, quite a large one.
So just a bookmark then?
Yes, it appears so.
Okay.
So I just want to clarify. So there's metal pages, and has the translation been written on the metal as well, or is it in?
No, it's written
Right.
on paper that is inserted into the actual book itself.
I get you.
I am going to telepathically call out and say, Bill, what are you doing?
There was no reply.
Oh, well, that's no good.
I go
Those
downstairs
folders.
to the despair zone. Is there anything left? Any note or anything?
The door to the despair zone is open when you arrive there.
That should not be
nothing
that
left.
way.
Maybe a note or shit like that.
No. Nothing in the despair zone. Actually, could you roll me a perception check, please, Ritualist?
Man, my computer is slow tonight.
Doesn't appear as though anything's been removed. Though every single object has been moved exactly 1.5 inches to the right.
Oh no! Everyone stop moving.
I
No,
roll knowledge
don't.
planes. I roll knowledge planes.
Normal, like someone going through this place and having used the door. It's unusual for such this is all precise. There's no error here. Everything is moved exactly 1.5 inches to the right,
This is not a
pivoting
safe
like
space.
clockwise around the zone.
Minorities
This
get out.
this isn't realistically achievable through normal means. Furthermore, there are no fingerprints, there are no smudges, there is no signs of being handled.
I have an eerie suspicion that we went to a parallel dimension of some sort.
I get an eerie suspicion.
About the moved things at
Okay.
the despair zone.
Alright, let Layman say what he wanted to say.
No, I'm pissed. No, I'm insulted. You hurt my feelings. No, right. I would like to cast See Invisibility into the room, and I would like to do a Knowledge Arcana check to see if we are facing any sort of displacement magic.
What you do detect are traces. Trace element of transmutation magic.
Oh god! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! No! No!
What's
Roll me
your-
roll me a spellcraft if you wish to know the specifics.
Ah, fuck. Yeah.
Spellcraft.
What's transmutation magic?
Yeah,
Is
help
that
me out,
some-
Ritualist.
Transmutation is the, as the name suggests, transmutation of normally of one thing into another.
Hey,
Telekinesis.
so basically we are in the same country, but somebody like moved the whole house for an inch, or
Someone has used telekinesis on all of these objects, and judging by its focal point at the center, everything was pivoted at once. A single casting of telekinesis was used. But it doesn't bear any... There are usual signs that a wizard or a sorcerer has done something. With the sorcery, there's a lingering sort of DNA imprint to it, given the blood-related nature of the magic. And with the wizards, there's a certain geometric hint in the air of how things and particles have moved. And it's all very orderly. This has neither of those things. Furthermore, everything, in some cases, it looks like objects were disassembled and reassembled using telekinesis.
Okay, first, I just want to point out, first I want to ask, did you say Ritualist went to the Despair Zone?
Yeah, the door is open.
Alright, so you just walked in and so the Despair Zone is being tamper-feared with, but it's okay then, basically.
No, everything downstairs has been moved. I suspect everything upstairs has been moved as well.
Okay. Alright, so we've checked the Despair Zone then, well, for anything obvious. Also, I'll put my hand up and I say to everybody, guys, after I get impaled on top of the barn, I found I could move stuff with my mind a bit. I just want to point that out there. And I don't know if this is my fault.
Did you see me watch you with a ridiculous amount of suspicion?
Those of you checking for magical traces will find there are magical traces on almost every surface except for the book.
Bill,
And you do find what passes for fingerprints on it.
before we do that, one question. I would like to check my isolation chamber real quick.
Mm-hmm. Would you like me to bring up the upper floor?
Not necessary. I think the description should suffice if nothing drastically changed.
As you're going up, as you go towards it, you notice that things are very mildly off. You wouldn't have noticed it if you hadn't been looking, but everything's been nudged ever so slightly. And it seems deliberate.
Was the door closed? Was the door open or closed? That's probably the most important thing. I can't imagine Layman would leave his bunker open.
The door is closed but unlocked. And looking at the lock, there are signs of like scratching on the interior. Someone has gone through it with a lockpick. Which is impressive considering the number of countermeasures involved.
Is that on the top floor? Or
Right. You know what, Bill? I take off my I make sure that no one is watching me. If you would like me to roll sleight of hand or stealth, then let me know. I would like completely stealthy to remove my ring of mind shielding nonsense stuff to see if anything changes for me.
When you take off the ring of mind shielding, there's a strange taste in the back of your mouth. Wasn't there before. It's not like blood or anything like that. It's kind of a strange acid taste.
Do we have an alchemist with us? Anyone who's good at alchemy?
Can't think of anyone.
Yeah, okay. I mean, like, how good are you exactly?
It's not mud.
Oof!
You all sound the same to me. I don't care. How good are you?
Craft. I've a craft 14.
Good. Okay. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna play the thing. Because I have a very bad suspicion. Bill, out of character, would fucking Mud be able to discern anything from our blood? As in, are we subject to any sort of chemical tampering at the moment?
Actually, that's a good point. Do I actually have what have I got for alchemy? That is a good point. I mean, Duck could probably do it. Oh yeah, I've got 14 as well, so there's no rule.
Bill?
Bill.
You
Bill.
want
Bill.
Respond.
Bill.
GM.
We lost him.
you want me to go grab a bunch of tumblers?
His
for putting
thing
blood
may
in?
be crashing
Yep.
because
Pretty please.
there are
Out of character, I'm going to grab it.
people are low key spamming, so I'm just trying to deal with that at ATM. So give me one
While we
more.
wait for Bill, I get us a bunch of tumblers. Fucking, let's see, how many is this now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
What are you
Okay,
getting?
firstly, tumblers, because fucking Layman wanted me to get some tumblers.
Excuse me, I don't like the social justice.
Fucking feminism is doo-doo. You
Whoa.
Jew.
Whoa.
Can't believe you said
Gross.
this.
Okay, do you even have blood?
Excuse me.
Who?
Mud, do you even have blood?
Inconclusive.
Inconclusive noise.
Okay, we lost Bill.
Do I
Yeah.
even have?
Is that or his mic's gone, which is highly plausible.
No, he has literally phased out, like in the game, so...
Oh my god, he's RPing his own character. Whoa. That's pretty.
Alright, well, in any case, you fucking have you told everybody you want to start cutting them and make sure we're okay?
Not really. I'm just gonna assume that you are because I play an autistic, obsessive cunt.
No cutting. I am a good Christian boy who
There we
is
go.
happy with
Yep,
my life.
that's just our problem.
Yeah, Bill's back. There you go.
Yeah, Bill, there's an easier thing. You should be able to just right click someone, and there's a muted role. So that means they can't do anything, which means it's a lot easier if when you want to quickly solve a problem.
Solved.
So sorry, I was confused there. Layman, did you tell everybody that you want us all to fucking bleed into these tumblers?
No, I am an autistic prick, and I assume that all of you are okay with me cutting you.
I do not consent.
I do not care.
Okay, well, I have put down the 6 tumblers. We're all standing at random points in the room, and I say, okay, Layman, what now?
I channel my inner schizophrenia. Have you ever seen the movie The Thing?
I really like the Fantastic Four.
What is a movie?
Good, exactly.
I'm only a fan of the Michael Collins movie.
I lick over Mutt's cheek and I say, "This cute boy right here, he's gonna test our blood."
I
Because
don't
I
have cheeks
think-
though.
And
He's
I don't
a
care.
robot.
I keep licking your robot cheeks. Then.
The Irish one is the alchemist.
I mean, I do know alchemy, but that's just as like
Yeah.
a tip of the
Tablet
fedora.
spring. Right. Okay. And I yeah. This boy here, we're gonna test our blood because I think some weird shit is going on here, including some weird chemical shit. And if you don't have blood, we're gonna test for oil. And if you don't have oil, we're gonna test your vaginal juices. And I look over to Aiden seductively.
Aiden doesn't have any oil.
Yeah, that's why I said, you fucking idiot. I'm gonna punch you.
Alright.
Look,
that would be
guys, I
assault,
really
and it
would
would
just
violently
like a
enhance.
drink.
Well, fucking, I'm gonna go get a knife because I don't want to get hit by fucking super weapons of death. There you go. So I'll go get a knife.
I just
Also,
used
Aiden's
my-
character has a name.
Oh yeah,
Get
okay, that's well deserved. I'm just gonna call her Bar Chick.
I just want to say I have never been told Aiden's name. I did not care enough to learn it in character.
It's
okay.
Vala.
If you said this.
Vala?
Fucking Botswana?
Vala? Okay, Vala.
Allah,
Name
more
is
like,
Uganda?
Alright, so
I don't know.
I
that
just cut myself with my razor and I pass it on.
I
Yeah, that's
get a
good
nice,
AIDS. That's
I
good.
get a nice clean kitchen knife here.
So
So
far, no space aid. So use it to use.
I hand Aiden a bottle of grog or whatever, and so Ritualist passes his knife clockwise. He passes it to Ugandan Knuckles.
I do
My
not.
microphone
I
is
do,
on.
I do
Also,
not
Kevin-
consent. I do
Kevin-
not get. I am. I'm not okay with this.
do I bleed?
Yes,
you cut me to one
you
bleed.
specifically took the weakness as a vampire that you bleed.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh
Alright,
shit,
so
I don't.
I cut my, well, you've got oil, I guess, or whatever, goyle. I cut my hand and just let it pour into one of the cups, and then I wipe off the blade, and then I hand it to Aiden.
All right, so yeah, I drink my grog, and then yep, I'll do the same.
I just want to clarify, I really fucking wipe off that blade first.
I was gonna say
Good,
you
yeah.
might want to sterilize that. That's how vampires happen.
I take the grog back off Aiden a bit and pour a wee bit off it, and then wipe it down, and then hand it back.
It's perfect.
Can someone just roll like a DC 5 heal check to sterilize this thing?
One second, right?
Here.
I just
I'll roll
realized
here.
why I'm not going to fucking cut myself.
Can I just-
Because if I do cut myself, I'm going to have fucking mud sucking on my wrist for the rest of the day.
That's actually offensive.
Can't I just use enhanced water to sterilize it anyway to turn it into alcohol?
Can I just point out with vampirism and the crystal disease that me going first was an incredibly stupid thing for me to do and perfectly in character.
Yeah. Oh, it's also out of character
is
as well.
The knife is just caked in this weird diamond. Like, it looks like someone fucking shellacked it with diamonds. You've got a fucking vajazzled knife now.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
This is why I use my own knife to cut myself like a proper emo.
Well, your knife is literally a gigantic razor blade. Just a big straight razor with like a locking action on it.
Why are we using blood and not like urine or something?
Yeah, why are we using knives? Don't you have a shit ton of needles and stuff like that? Don't you specifically do shit like this with blood extraction all the time? Didn't we extract tons of blood for the job interviews?
I can't remember how I did it, but yeah, I did it.
You have a kit downstairs in the refrigeration unit.
Do you notice how like everyone just went straight for knives? Like, like that we didn't
that's
use
the most
it. We didn't
effective
use
way.
our intellect.
Duck.
Nah.
Blood.
It's the way of
the same. I don't care.
It's the way of vampirism.
It's time we play fucking the thing. It's time. It's just time. Also, Bill, I would like to go into stealth, and I would like to stealthily cut Duck.
Okay.
I can go downstairs.
I will say you will be taking normal sniping penalties, and if Duck would like to roll a perception to see if he notices.
Yeah.
You don't. You got it's basically just a paper cut. You don't even use a knife. You just pick up a piece of kind of rough parchment and just kind of slide it down his elbow when he's not looking.
Right.
Can't believe you've done this.
You're gonna hand him his own blood to work out.
I can't believe you've done this.
I hope that a few drops of paper cut blood are sufficient. And I just
Hell,
hope for the best.
you could perform a full chromatography setup without even fucking putting the blood down. You let it soak into the paper.
Oh yeah, wonderful. I don't care. Check the blood.
Okay.
And I
Would you like to use the chromatography method or just use the wire burn method?
that's actually a good one.
Can I just point out, if we're using Mud's oil, won't that catch fire either way?
Yes.
Oh god.
Also,
Here's the thing.
you may get those of you with nanomachines who want to roll engineering.
Fuck, what's the stat for engineering?
Knowledge engineering, so int.
Yeah, so don't worry, I've got this one.
I would actually prefer the chromatography kit. So if Mr. Alchemist here would be so kind to get the chromatography kit, that would be very wonderful.
The chromat-
It
I'll
won't
try
be
to give him
relevant for
a kiss on the
oil.
cheek.
The chromatography kit is literally just strips of paper.
I get the chromatography kit.
I kiss him again on the cheek.
I spit on Layman's one, so his blood would be that more tainted.
Wonderful.
The strangest thing, according to this, Layman's blood alcohol content is 40 by volume.
I am not surprised.
I'm impressed.
It's the other chemicals that are the problem.
Yeah, because now it's gone into solution.
Oh god.
And
Oh, we
it's
can sell
vaporizing
this.
into the atmosphere as we speak.
It's literally
Yeah,
Bloody Mary.
those of you who have engineering knowledge know this right off the bat. If you were to expose heat to the nanomachine-infested people, you'd get a false positive, as the nanomachines would react violently to the heat. Also, Nucko is naturally resistant to flame anyway.
Yeah, how are we gonna...
Wait, so their
The
blood is
science.
coming up positive. Oh no.
No, false positive.
Oh, no.
God.
Do I have
Yes.
Ebola?
Wait, how...
Well,
so how would...
specifically, their blood is coming up. One end is positive, one end is negative.
Right, give me a second. Would I know a way of...
Chromatography is your best bet.
Yeah,
really.
for doing it with robots. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Even,
All I wanted
even
to
then,
know-
you,
All I wanted to know is if any one of us is infected with some chemical shit. And now we're doing
Okay.
crazy shit again. I'm crying. I'm literally
roll,
crying.
roll an alchemy
no,
check
no,
to
Bill,
do
shut up.
perform.
You know what? No. No. I don't know what my perform, I think it's 12. I cry. I just start crying.
Will I roll an alchemy?
Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
And I don't I get +3 onto this because we have an alchemy set here as well.
You have a full lab.
So I'll roll the roll without the lamp on.
I'm just imagining a bunch of people crowded around a brewing kit, bleeding angrily into a dish.
26 without
Okay.
lap bonus.
There are no signs of any kind of toxin. However, as you set up the strands of cloth to do the chromatography, the blood is behaving strangely.
Whose blood?
Everybody's. As it goes up, it is seeping in unnatural patterns.
I immediately put my ring back on.
Hmm.
Is
The-
there a way?
Does anyone spellcraft?
I think I have some level of spellcraft.
Yes,
I-
yes, I do.
I-
I actually rolled quite well on the spell.
A magical aura is forming. Bardic knowledge will apply.
17. That's not too bad.
Spellcraft. I had 31 on spellcraft. I'll roll it again.
I
if
have
you want.
3.
Is this the unwritten sequel things?
Ritualist just pipes up. I bet the Jews did this.
So it's not your night ritualist.
No, that's another one.
Oh my god.
Don't worry, it's a knowledge check. It doesn't cause perils.
Yeah, I know. I know.
There's a reason we made that the case. Okay. This is an arcane signet effect. It is a calling card.
Calling card for what? The mage trying to show us his skills or what?
Wait, why are we checking our blood again?
Okay, so I walked upstairs. I took off my mind shielding ring and I noticed a weird taste in my mouth. So my assumption was that we may have been infected with something, some kind of chemical or biological shit. So I thought, hey, we should check our blood to identify it because we don't have any other means of identifying it.
So at this moment, is it this air or is it us? Is the question.
Yep.
Ominous air.
The calling card is a strange rune. Specifically, it translates from Aklo into "What's yours is mine."
Fucking communist.
I feel offended as the man who owns most of this place and has invested a lot of money in this place.
Yeah,
Further, on the very center, there is something written in regular, very tiny handwriting. You can't quite make it out from this distance. You'd have to get magnifying glass.
Yeah,
Enhance.
I take out magnifying glass from inside my crossbow and I use it to look at the handwriting.
I yell vocally, the fuck it is, because I need to, otherwise I'll be shaking for an hour.
You blink. The chromatography test isn't done. And you're stood back from it again. And the chromatography test occurs normally. There's no sign of any calling card or signet or what have you.
Shit. Can we,
Okay.
can we redo the chromatography test, or would that...
Paranoia check.
Layman, 400% paranoia.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, the moment my character starts seeing shit, like,
No.
I try to sift away from the group, make myself comfortable against the wall. Bill, I would like to run a complete check on myself
Okay.
outside of the group. I would like to check for any sort of spell tampering, alchemical tampering, anything I can think of. My current sort of thought is that we are under the effect of, what's it fucking called? Not fucking turpentine, the shit that the captain also was under the effect of.
Confabulation powder.
Yeah, fucking confabulation powder.
You don't notice any alchemical interference, however, you do detect magical interference.
Even with my ring, I'm still getting fucked.
Yes, as it's not mental. It's temporal.
But there's no fucking time. Oh no. Oh no. I roll for sense sphinx. I don't. I'm sorry.
Do I
That's a
sense,
joke.
do I sense anything of high value anywhere around the pantry?
Yes, you do. In the center of the blood, you find a trace element. Specifically, in the very center of the blood is a tiny, almost microscopically thin, crystalline layer.
A priest. I roll a priest to deduce what it is. Oh. This is not my night.
I'll roll alchemy.
I'm still pissed off by the fucking message saying which yours is mine, and I fucking yell vocally, well, fuck this is a pain in the arse. I'm going to Bill's room and fucking yelling for him. I storm off angrily in the direction of Bill's room and start yelling fucking profusely while I do so.
I roll engineering. Is this anything to do with robots?
You're not sure.
I don't fucking know. I don't.
However, on the surface of the crystalline layer, it appears to be made of a very thin layer of artificial diamond. Just a thin layer of crystalline carbon.
Oh shit, they're gonna flood the market.
I can just do regular bardic knowledge in general towards this.
Yes.
Oh. Oh no shit.
Do I know anything from a priest?
Yes, you do, Ritualist. Written on the surface of the zircon layer, which you wager is worth about 100 gold pieces, is something in common. It reads, "Check Knocker's right eye."
I immediately go to, and I call for Naka. Naka, there is a message from downstairs. It's here, but it's microscopic. It says to look into your right eye.
Knocker, meanwhile, are you going down to Cannibal's?
Yeah, I'm going to Cannibal's
Abode?
chamber. I get triggered by that message saying somebody owns our stuff.
The door is ajar.
Don't make the joke. Don't.
Alright, cool. So,
If I'm gonna punch you.
I'm already tempted. By the way, Richard, do we have an eye patch for like when we have to inevitably remove Knucker's eye or something?
do I perceive anything?
The room is trashed. There is blood on the walls.
I telepathically fucking call up to people. Are they within 100 meters?
Yes.
Alright, I say, guys, Beltram's fucked. What's it called? Fucking, you might want to come down and take a look at this.
There is paperwork strewn everywhere. You may recall he purchased that quite expensive piece of furniture. It's in pieces. It has apparently been thrown against the wall with enough force to splinter it.
Roll perception. Or
I did take it a 37.
Can I use sift to see if there's anything?
Yes.
Oh, no,
Safe would be ideal.
I'm assuming we're all going downstairs then.
Yes.
I'm going Mistman. So.
Nice. See what you can find out. What were you yelling about? What happened?
Can someone look into his right eye? Because I don't really care.
do you have to roll perception, or do I just see it on the spot?
If it's difficult to see through the mask, you'd have to remove his mask.
I pull my mask off and I look at the mask and see if there's anything in the mask, in the right eye of the mask. No.
Nope.
Okay, so
I look into his eye. Do I see?
His pupil is been warped somewhat.
Right, if we shine a light in the back of his head, will it project out onto a wall?
He's not that undead.
If
No, but he's
Pretty
crystal.
undead, but he's too. Oh, actually, there's a point. How? Yeah, I'll say yeah.
If you shine a light in the back of my head, you're gonna have. Alright, well, fucking, I take my cloak that I use to stop light from fucking my teammates.
We'll make a little projector.
Yeah, I wrap it over my head with a hole in the back for light, for a
And a hole in the
lantern or
front.
whatever, and aim it at the wall, making very sure not to direct any of the light at the party.
So you turn it into a burqa.
Yeah, pretty much.
And he's just got his eye a little bit at the back. Has someone got any light that we can use?
Use one of the lanterns that Layman bought us.
That's good chat. So
Yeah.
I'll put that behind his head and then just look at a wall that isn't load bearing.
Maybe I should look because I'm not as vulnerable to light as you, or is it just...
Yeah, I don't want to look at it. Yeah, that's good chat. Yeah.
I'm looking at the wall like a projector. I am literally aiming the cone in a direction that nobody can see. You'll be able to see where the light's shining. You don't need to stand in the rape light. You don't need to stand in it.
I'm
Let's
avoiding
turn
it.
on the projection. What
The
do we see?
projection displays a message. Something has been imprinted onto apparently Nuka's retina.
But is it in words or?
It says, "I am the Lord of Thieves." At which point, the explosive runes trigger.
Oy, oy.
Everyone roll me reflex save, please.
I wrote a dodge.
You can't dodge your own eye.
I will dodge my own eye. Fuck you.
Oh no! This.
Nuka, roll to remove eye.
Oh my god!
You are a
How-
vampire, you can just put it back in later.
How much are we trying to make Nuka into fucking
Don't forget
Punish
you have
snake.
+4 from me.
I already have a big fucking.
You have a robot arm.
Big bits of crystal sticking out my fucking skull.
You've got a fucking robot arm. This isn't even funny anymore. This is starting to become concerning.
Okay, so what do I roll to rip my fucking eye out and throw it across the room away from the party?
I'm going to say sleight of hand or a disarm check.
Disarm check? Fuck. What's the disarm check? Is that
Disarm
CMB?
check.
It's just CMB.
Congratulations, you disarmed yourself.
I dis-eyed myself. Right, so that's plus 16. So D20, D20 plus 16?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I'm trying, guys. Fuck! 19.
You get as far as gouging your own eyes when it explodes, your hand focusing the blast backwards.
Alright, good. Good. So like, basically, I managed to cover it at least for the party.
Aiden, don't forget you have +4 from me for that.
Oh no, his brain, his intelligence. Wait, fuck.
You must remember he is a light-based computer at this point. Unfortunately, he's running Windows 95.
Can't believe you said this.
Did anyone bring any?
Sorry,
iPads?
Windows ME. Let's go for the completely uncontroversial hit piece against the least popular Windows.
Can I or
release.
can I not install Temple OS?
It
No,
will
Temple
be a
OS would
long,
enhance
drawn-out process.
Temple OS would enhance you. That's
Well,
the
well, to be fair, I am the opposite of the CIA niggas. Look, what's it called? Fucking, I glow in the light. I don't glow in the dark.
Those of you who got 22 or higher passed. And will take 10 points of force damage. Those of you who didn't fail and take 20 points of force damage.
This bitch empty.
Yep. Hey, don't forget you have who didn't include they have +4 from me on their checks.
So, how much damage do I take?
You take 20 points damage directly to the eye.
Oh.
Oof.
Because the explosive wasn't rigged to the retina projection. It was rigged to the projection itself. So as you brought up your hand to try and gouge it out, you projected the rune directly onto something right next to your face rather than a wall.
So if it was against the wall,
on the plus side, no, he said it would have taken damage, but it would have been easier to dodge. As it stands, you successfully made it so that there is something left of the room to check.
Oh, brilliant.
So there is a silver lining.
So,
Meaning that Sift will work rather than find that, room got fucking car bombed.
okay, so how fucked am I? Am I still standing?
It hurts, your ears are ringing, your eardrums are burst.
I'm just standing up and my eyes just on fire.
I take
that's the beauty of it. For explosive runes doesn't do fire damage; it does force damage. So it's just raw concussive energy.
I take a sip
It's
of
like
blood.
with enough blood you can kind of heal your way through it, but it picks.
Do I still have an eye? Or is it all cracked and fucked?
It's fractured. You can
Wait,
still see, but it's a bit interesting.
Oh god. Can I get a blood vial, mud?
Fucking pay for it, to be honest. The
Oh,
free
now
market
you decide you're an
provides.
anarcho-capitalist.
Brilliant.
Sorry, do I look like? I mean, we've been thieved by these lefties. So frankly, I think the alt-right is the only way.
Can I use the time distortion to reset back to when it was about to explode and turn and look at mud?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh.
So for Sift, do I roll for perception and do I
Yes,
do
indeed.
anything else to that? Okay.
Okay, you know
Holy
exactly
fuck.
what's happening. Okay, you can pretty much accurately recreate what happened here. The trashing of the room was not the result of an intruder. By the looks of things, independent of the intrusion into the building, as there are no actual signs of anyone coming down here, whoever's on this piece of furniture woke up, picked it up, and threw it at the wall with enough force to render it down to splinters.
Okay, the evil sword has turned out into Artorias. That's another problem, and we also have fucking Alibaba, Prince of fucking Thieves.
Furthermore,
I would like to notice that Artorias doesn't exist in this setting. Bill, that's a black coin. Thank you.
I was out of character. Fuck you.
there are plenty of equivalents, but as it may, you know that this piece of furniture, whilst it appeared to be antique and was rendered to be as such, is far newer than it appeared to be. It has been artificially aged. It is in short, it's a counterfeit. Ritualist, You've heard of dream couches before. Dream couches are an incredibly powerful form of old magic. What they do is they allow the user to complete control over their dreams. Good people who are good enough with them can use them to manipulate not only their dreams, but even use it to sojourn into other people's dreams. It's through an advanced form of essentially magically enhanced lucid dreaming. This is a fake, with the exception of one piece. One solitary shard of it is from the original. The rest of it is counterfeited around it.
Basically, it's been cut.
So whoever
can he use that piece to trace back to the owner? Cast a ritual.
Yes, you may perform a psychometry ritual.
Can anybody track where Bill went after smashing the bed?
Yeah. Does anyone of you have basically tracking or footprints or shit like that?
I reckon I could do that.
Okay.
If Bill tells me what that exactly is,
Well, luckily, I'll give you your resident bard magic. The sift spell did bring up a good amount of information. He burst from this room, apparently damaging the doors of lock in the process. By the smells of things, he'd been in here uninterrupted for days on end, and fled via one of the rear entrances of the building. He appears to be heading toward the coast. Is a bit redundant given it's an island everywhere is toward the coast, but specifically toward the Wrecking Coast.
Okay, gang. I reckon we should probably go after that, and because I don't think there's much we can do about this wee thing. Is there anything else anybody wants to do while we are still?
Unless I can do the ritual, how much time do I need for that thing before we head out?
Isn't everybody kind of fucked up because your eye exploded?
Yeah, 20 points of damage, who cares?
I'll be fine.
I'll just eat some gold coins and be fixed. Basically, Bill, the question: how much time do you need for that ritual you mentioned?
Psychometry is actually a fairly simple method. It takes about a minute to get one piece of information and 1 extra minute for each other piece of information you want. It's a very brief ritual.
I don't have to roll checks on it, or do I have to?
Oh yeah, you will, but it will be. Luckily enough for you, psychometry runs off of praise.
How much blood is scattered around the room?
Okay, let's roll.
More than should be in someone in Vilman's state.
How fresh is it? Because we weren't gone for that long.
Varying degrees of freshness.
Can I use my telekinesis shit here?
Yes.
Alright, cool. I'm just going to suck all that shit right into my eye. I'm going to take the shot right to my eye.
Okay. Most of it is chilled. You suspect this. Well, you've tasted some of the blood you've got in storage. Some of this is from a blood unit from storage, about 3 units worth.
What?
Oh.
However, some of it, and the millisecond you encounter it, does belong to Vilmund, and you can recognize it from one. His blood is a little bit more potent than most. He's got strange. Cannibalism changes your blood chemistry somewhat. You can really taste the extra prions. However, that taste is backed up by a searing pain that shoots through your skull. It appears, and judging by some of the glass vials being hanging around, that Vilmund has taken up something of a strange habit. He's been drinking holy water in an attempt to stave off the curse.
Just while this is all going on, I've still got a bucket of blood, so I'm just gonna go low key take that down.
I'm a grip and sip.
I know. I mean, I'm just gonna go take that down to the fridge freezer or whatever. But I don't.
Can I see the bucket of blood a second?
No, you've only got one eye. Tabs out. I'm
Yeah.
gonna. You've got to keep. You can't touch the goods.
Upon the blinding fucking pain of the holy water, I roll for acrobatics to fucking stick my head in the bucket.
Just backflipping, just stick the landing cone.
If you break your neck, good luck.
No, he does exactly that. He flips over you and lands headfirst into the bucket.
Well, that's ruined.
As you're doing this,
Wow, communism.
Aiden, as you're digging through the rest of the room using your magic, you find the dream couch's pillar, and it's moving. It's actively writhing.
I don't know if I really want to touch that shit.
Do I know what it is?
No.
What's doing what? I heard writhing.
The pillow from the couch is writhing.
Fuck it, I'm gonna grab that shit.
As you do, the seams unravel, and it's not filled with stuffing. It's filled to bursting with what appears to be very large centipedes.
Sexy.
As they clatter to the ground, they attempt to burrow into the floor, and as they do, they lose form and turn to dust.
Bill, I have a really important question, right?
Yes.
With my background, is it reasonable that I had any sort of somatic training?
I actually rolled for psychometry. I got 30. Can I ask the questions or?
Yes, you may. The DC, you can ask 3 questions.
Number 1, do I know the origin or location of whatever has casted this?
This is specifically, okay, just to specify, the psychometry is on the chart in this case, correct?
Yeah.
Or is that it?
Like, do I know where it was like enchanted in?
This piece is ancient. As you're peering back through the piece's history, you're seeing, first and foremost, the most recent event, which is this piece being built up, chunk by chunk, board by board, into a semi-functioning dream couch by its builders, for lack of a better term. Then you see it as a whole, an intact dream couch. This is all perfectly cut, perfectly finished, millennia old but still intact, not a sign of age, and it being hewn apart piece by piece, reduced to individual splinters and chunks, just rendered down to its very base elements and being woven into different items, all in an attempt to try and replicate its abilities. If you go back further, you go back to its old users, Aslanti folk, strange, dark-haired, with bizarre, almost inhuman features. Back before Earthfall, when meteors rained down from the sky and erased almost all life on the planet, you're seeing bizarre architecture you've never seen anywhere else, and you're seeing these figures reclining on this couch, and in the span of 15 minutes, living a lifetime.
Do I need to roll some check not to go insane?
No. That's the point of these devices. They allow someone to live a lifetime in as short a time as a quarter of an hour.
Have I recovered enough to pull my head out the bucket?
Yes.
Hey, I've pulled my head out and whipped my hair like a L'Oreal commercial.
Blood goes everywhere.
Right, I would like to ask again, Bill, with my background, is it reasonable to assume I had any sort of training, any sort of self-hypnosis, self-waking up, or something like that?
Yes, your particular benefactors are extremely well versed in the art of auto hypnosis. So
I
it would be
will-
available to you.
I go 100%. I want to wake up. I have the suspicion that this may be a dream.
How do you wake up from the dream, though?
It does not appear to be a dream.
Check your dreidel.
Yeah.
Second question. Do I know what was the intent? Why was this delivered here?
Your vision splits. On one side of your vision, you see Vilman's purposes, attempting to use this expanded time to try and figure out a way out of a situation, try and extend his life to something approaching normality, attempting to find a way out of this. On the other side, you have these figures, as mentioned, cutting apart this Aslanti artifact in essence and attempting to replicate its effects. And you see them sending these false couches to the different corners of the aisle. And some aren't this reclining kind of chez lounger affair. Some are beds, traditional four posters. Some are bed rolls. Some are just pieces of regular furniture. Some are even staves, spear hafts, axe hafts, clubs and cudgels.
Can I imprint that knowledge on myself? So maybe in the future I can this is not. If this is going to be the third question, I will skip it. But like imprint my knowledge, or would that be like sacrificing the third question to?
Oh no, you can definitely note it down. In fact, with a little bit of modification, you can have it automatically put to either film or to paper. Paper, given your lack of access to film, I suppose.
Yeah, I just grab a note and just write it down in my. I will put it down in my datasheet. Note of all infused. Ouch. And the third question. I have to think hard. So basically, we know where the bill has left. Yeah. I want to know the third question. Do I know what kind of effect it had on Bill during his sitting?
You can see the events unfold. He's been under for days at a time. Every quarter of an hour, another lifetime. Hundreds of years are just... It's not even... You're not able to take in the information at hand here. It's just flowing by in this grey morass of information. And in an instant, he's suddenly awake again. He can feel where his injuries are. He can feel where the curse has taken its toll on his body. And he can feel this kind of intense sense of focus buried in the guard of the sword. And this is a sense of lightness. Previously, he had felt almost anchored to it, to the lounger, to the bed. Unable to get up. His body simply not being strong enough to do so. But suddenly he's aware, and suddenly he's aware that the bed isn't what it was meant to be. He's aware that it's trying to exert some kind of control over him. And you can see these gnarled, almost skeletal hands pick up this bed as if it was nothing and hurl it at the wall. And it impacts with enough force to almost disintegrate it.
I relay everything I saw to the party.
Everything beyond that moment is just a red haze.
Oh god, it's Slave Night Bill.
Guys, I think the bill has been possessed or cursed by whatever was
he's gone.
on this couch.
He's gone rage mode.
Yeah. And does anybody else want to run some checks or anything, or do we want to go after Bill? Because I don't think we can do anything about the Lord of Thieves at the moment.
I want to run more checks on who's coming into this establishment.
Oof.
Exactly.
A Christian establishment.
Sorry, I'm just going to establish. So can I just clean up all the blood that Nucker has inevitably kicked up
Yes.
everywhere? I'm going to put it in the bucket, and then I'm just going to I'm just going to walk down to the. I'm not that calm. But I'm going to go down to the chill place, where it's cold, and
I
my
help Mud.
components. No, you won't.
No,
Yeah.
I help Mud. I can move blood with telekinesis.
No.
You notice
I've
that
got
someone's been through here rather violently too.
Oh, they've touched the fucking freezer.
Yeah, someone has been through here with enough for one, the fridge, whilst it functions, the door has been bodily torn off.
If I had hands, they would be together at this point in time. Okay, I'm going to go in there.
The door is intact, but it's embedded in the wall.
I mean, that's some saving of money. What is no longer in the freezer is the question.
Several blood units have been torn from their places on the shelves and apparently burst over whoever was taking them.
Is still got stuff in there?
Yeah,
Good.
not all of it's gone. It's still plenty. It's just that 3 units, were about enough for about 3 days, has been taken out, and just there's literally it's sequential storytelling. There is a splatter of blood, and there is a gap where someone was standing.
I'm assuming this is a Bill shape. Sorry, a Wilhelm
It is.
shaped.
It
splatter.
is rather stout. Yes. Those of you with Arcana may wish to roll it.
I would like to roll Arcana.
I thought though with tracking Bill though, he went straight for his room to out into the night basically. You never said anything about him going over to the blood store.
You know that there is a ritual that can be carried out. Well, not much more of a ritual, more of a routine. Someone in advanced age can bathe in the blood of 3 sapient humanoids, and it will give them about 6 days of renewed strength. In essence, cancelling out the penalties one would normally incur from age. It won't reverse the effects of aging on one's lifespan.
But it kind of loosens it.
It eases the ache.
Is there any way of repairing this door or am I just going to?
Oh yeah, the door was the refrigeration unit was very sturdily built.
Is this kind of like a?
It would be a simple manner. It would be a simple aspect, just 2 castings of mending, and it'd be fine.
Can it be closed, or is it going to be open now until like we get the toolkit out?
I know. Like I said, you cast like mend twice, or
You can just rip out the door and just place them on the.
Does anyone have like a chair I can put in front of the door?
Like the hinges weren't terribly impressive to begin with. They were literally like the hinges where you just kind of hook the door onto it.
Oh yeah.
And it rests there under its own weight. It was that because originally the door was too heavy for most people to lift.
I feel like we're gonna have to get like a better system now. So can I? So there's no way of lifting the door, I imagine. To move it.
With everyone here, yeah, and Nucker's strong enough to do it by himself.
You want to make a move and help?
Oh no.
Furthermore,
I'm afraid it's going to try and leap into the ground.
The door is splattered with blood, so it can be lifted via telekinesis.
Oh, that's a good chat.
I'm not going to leap into the blood. The only reason I did that is because I get holy water in my exploded eye. It's not a not common occurrence.
Let's just hope there's no more holy water then, won't we?
No, I think I got the holy water.
Kaka, I need you to open a jar.
Sure.
And by a jar, I mean close a very large door.
Sure. Alright, I pick up the door and I hook it back onto its thing. Yeah.
I would like to pretend to be a lizard.
How hard would you like to pretend? Like, are we talking like full on scaling up the walls on your gecko hands, or are we talking like?
Bill, I'm gonna put both bluff and acrobatics into it. You decide.
Fire away.
Well, one of these days, Layman's going to get possessed or something, and we're not going to be able to tell. You know?
It's because
The first
the
is the
possessor.
bluff, the second is the acrobatics.
He's going to be acting more normal.
Guys, Layman's acting strangely. No.
How do you do, fellow teammate?
What you do is you kind of stand to attention, put your legs fully straight together, stand up on tiptoes, and then with your 4 arms, or 3 arms, skitter up the walls using your legs as a tail.
Yes!
The Gex theme begins to play.
Sorry, do we have any like paper or something that I can just like out of order on, so that no one like goes in there? Don't know if the door's safe.
Most people weren't allowed down here to begin with.
Yeah, but you know, like
Yeah,
I don't want to get sued.
Roll out in the direction of the bill.
Before we go, can I just grab like some beer or something to take along with me?
You may.
I keep having to
Before go, I
be involved in
eat,
this
I
weird
eat
shit.
some gold coins to restore my health.
Could everyone roll me a perception check?
What the fuck is I?
Bill, when I roll perception, do I get a bonus from a suzerain or no?
It's a skill check. I'm not sure if that would affect it.
Yeah, I don't think it does.
Anyway, Aiden, as you grab your beer and you go to exit, the door opens, but it's like walking to a brick wall. There's some intangible like barrier between you and the outside world.
Fucking lazy game devs.
Ritualist and Seamus. You can taste ozone. That's usually a sign that there's something magical at work.
Lovely.
I got a
Furthermore,
27.
Seamus, you notice that whilst there were no lights in here originally, there is a lit candle.
I'm gonna roll Arcana.
But it's not. When you came in here, there was no light, and now you've lit the place up. It's fine, but this candle is here and it's lit, but it's not emitting light. It has a flame, but it's not emitting actual light.
Oh my god, I just realised. Where's Cup Spooky?
Edmund, this is not a normal candle. It's magically enhanced. Someone has bound a magic circle against evil around this candle. It's facing inwards. It's a barrier to trap people.
I think we have to convince the candle that we are not evil.
What if we just put the candle out? I mean, I don't like. Do we have any water?
Well, why would it be affecting Aiden?
The devil will never claim your soul. You have no hope of survival.
Why wouldn't Aiden be able to leave then? Aiden isn't evil.
Yeah,
It doesn't
neither
stop
am I.
immediately either with Aiden. Aiden's fine up until she tried to leave with the beer.
Oh, I mean, I guess. Do you guys mind if I take this, or is the beer evil? I mean, I thought it was being freely given. I thought this was an anarcho-communist
I symbolically
organization.
charge you one
Capitalist, I mean.
copper coin.
What was that, Richard? Sorry?
I symbolically charge. What's her name? 1 second.
How much do you want for the beer?
1
Just
copper coin.
Just take the beer.
I reach out and I touch the candle.
You mongoloid.
Where are you going to touch it? Show
Um,
me on the doll where you're touching the candle.
I'm gonna put my
Just
hand in
like-
flame.
Yeah, fuck it. No, I'm gonna put my hand in.
Do it.
You just punch the flame and it goes out.
What, the flame just went out?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that was pretty cool.
Can you like step outside?
I'm gonna fix that candle.
Complete like fireworks.
What should be noted is where the candle is. It's in a little holder where Mr. Lester's stall is within the building. You may recall him as the gentleman who, the toy maker who you worked for briefly.
Yeah, Sargon.
Yeah, this is the little corner of the building that he uses.
Oh, it's only
Could
used
be.
by individualists.
Fucking Sargoy. He's
Could
done
people
this, I
could
bet.
people roll me memory checks? Those of you who were here in the early sessions.
What's a memory check?
Wisdom.
Well, I'm fucked.
You-
Let me just double check that. Fuck me.
Yeah, that's +1. Fuck.
Here is memory
I'm
check.
I'm very intelligent, but not very wise.
How did I get here? Who are you people? What the fuck?
Okay.
Somehow,
Did
You you remember dotted around Stan's shop were dozens of quite intricately made candles. And I'll let you know for free. There is a certain magical discipline that uses candles. Specifically
I
using-
know. Oh, sorry. Go. I'm
No,
sorry. Go
you,
ahead.
you first.
No, that was out of character. I wanted to scream that there's this one fantastic alchemist archetype that can do crazy shit with torches and... Sorry. Never mind.
Those of you with knowledge arcana or bardic knowledge, roll it.
do I actually have knowledge? Hey. Not that good though.
This candle is part of the art of candle casting. It binds a spell into the wax of candle, and as the flame eats through the wax, it releases the spell. The result is something that is as reliable as a scroll, without the usual finicky aspects of it. And in some cases, it can be greatly enhanced at quite substantial reduction in cost.
Can I use magical device or craft to negate the effect of the candle? Because my craft was for crafting fetishes, and I assumed that maybe.
Yeah, this is the same sort of stuff that you would know, ritualist. And the best way to deal with this would be to simply cut the candle in half vertically and place the exterior ends inward and reform the candle.
I do exactly just that.
Then you light the wick from the bottom of it, and it essentially
Stacks the magic back in.
yes, and focus it upwards. In this case, the result is a hemisphere projected above the building that would keep evil out. It doesn't affect you lot due to the elevation.
Why would he make a candle to keep evil trapped in?
So basically, after this candle burns
Hey,
out,
Naka!
the magic field.
It's so Richard.
Hey, Naka, you remember our plan? We wanted to go in and snoop around in Sargoy's base. You remember that?
No.
Fucking sucks that we didn't do it, right? Fucking hate you.
I don't remember that plan.
We literally... Oh.
Did
Yeah,
you-
okay. I had a thing...
You
I had a
never
thing
told me
planned
that.
with Punchy. I had a thing planned with Punchy. Never mind.
The mental image of you guys going, "Oh yeah, that's the other conspiracy I had with a member of the party." Sorry, you weren't actually part of that particular little backroom deal.
Yeah, but you're right, Layman. That was a very good idea. It would have been great if you had told us, you tip.
Yeah, I don't. Sorry, and no more secrets from the party. I pinky swear.
And you just hold up your stump arm.
Kinda.
Okay, is there anything else anybody wants to check, or do we go after Bill before he gets too far away?
Can I leave now? I mean, or am I still being blocked?
Yeah, you may leave. And just for the record, the beer is the thing that's evil. The brewing process, the brewing process in some of the regional breweries is a bit suspect.
So it's literally the beer.
Bill preaching about workers' rights. You fucking call me.
It's made from babies.
All right.
Well, I didn't want to be the bearer of bad news, Nucker, but it's not made of babies. It's far too high quality.
Okay, so basically, can we step out?
Yes.
Yeah, let's go for wherever the bill is.
Let's go. Yeah. Right, fuck it, off we go into the night.
Could people roll me survival to track?
No.
I have survival. Survival is wisdom. So another wisdom roll.
I die. I just fucking die.
In the process of attempting to track from horseback, Layman has run himself over.
No, he's still pretending to be a lizard and the horse freaks out and then it tramples him.
It should be noted that the horses you have are quite cracked up.
Entirely, I assume.
No one can track Vilmund. Apparently, Vilmund is a master of fucking exfiltration because no one has managed to find his tracks. You wouldn't think a man who weighs 260 pounds would be so capable of losing a crew of highly trained fucking specialists. A man whose chief form of clearing through foliage is to run through it at high speeds.
I actually rolled a 0 on track.
Come on, Mad Aiden, you're our last hope.
Oh shit. Okay.
I rolled a 0 on track.
Wait, what? Be wisdom?
It's survival based, so yes, wisdom based.
Survive. Okay.
Fingers crossed.
Nucker has not just run himself over, Nucker has just flipped the fucking horse. The horse is reared up and dumped him onto his spine. If it's any consolation, you did better than a good chunk of the party.
Bill, I got like 16 on.
That's why I said a good chunk of the party. Fucking Tweedledee and Tweedledum, layman, fucking Nucker over here, who couldn't survive a light fucking breeze.
Would it not but just be that fucking Layman finds a trail and starts tracking it, and I find a trail and start tracking it, and then we find out we've just been tracking each other and running in a circle for about 20 minutes?
You two motherfuckers couldn't find a track on a tyre.
Oof, I can't believe you said this.
Okay, Mud is like the last one.
Yeah, I'll bring it back. I'm going to go from.
Is Mud here? No?
I think you may have stepped out.
Yeah. So let's check on anything else. So this is basically tracking him through the woods.
Yes.
Is there and the really big ass sword is not in the house? It's with him. I can assume. Yes. Can I use my skill to sense valuable things to extend it across greater distances, or?
You may attempt.
Yeah, I may attempt. What I'm going basically to do is going to take. Let's see what I have in my inventory. By the way, I still have that gold skeleton undead mouse. Can I use that to make it trackable in any way?
Yes.
What's the stat on the mouse?
This is a regular mouse.
Yeah, let me just find it.
Actually, I believe we said it was a mouse with the advanced template. It's a rat.
Yeah,
It
right.
has a wisdom of. It has a +1, so a +3 total.
So plus 3 total. Okay. Is there any way I can infuse it or inspire it that I know of? Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to out in the snow. I'm going to. Do we at least know from which side Bill has left? Is it like from this side?
Right, so
Difficult to tell.
I take it nothing productive happened.
Yeah, I'm trying to do something. but
I have a question. Can I use that spell keening to use like locate creature or something?
Yes.
Okay, so I have no idea what I would do for that.
I'm looking up locate creature myself currently. Let's have a gander. Okay, 4th level
Do the
spell.
I throw a snowball at Layman while we're both lying there next to our horses with broken legs.
I spit on Naka.
Okay. Locate creature, weirdly, is not as effective as you would think it would be. Considering it has a maximum range. But that is a spell that got weirdly nerfed in the conversion to Pathfinder for some reason. If I were to suggest something, I would suggest either scrying or clairaudience or clairvoyance.
So what you're saying is we do not know, do we?
Luckily, you have the IRA Gorilla Memorial Pond to use as a scrying focus, which
Okay.
due to sentimental value does qualify for the 250 gold piece price tag. And it is a
Okay.
location he helped make, so it will be advantageous. Let's
Yeah.
see what scry does.
Let's go to the gorilla.
Okay, let's see. You can suddenly see through, as if you're looking through Vilman's eyes, rather than the usual, slightly above and behind method of scrying. And it's just a slow, plodding movement through the woods. It doesn't seem terribly conscious, it's just a meandering kind of wander. There's a certain amount of anger involved, yes, but it's more of an unconscious drawing towards something.
Are there any sort of discernible features that we might recognize in terms of the landscape?
You can see the coast in the distance, and you can see the outskirts of one of the shopping districts. You see a fairly grand old building. Not a place you've been to personally before. We've heard of it before. It's an old auction house on the outskirts of what a region colloquially known as the Bridge. It's at the northwest. It's at the very northwest of the isle.
Okay, so I will inform everybody else, or at least of this general area where it appears that he is.
Make haste, my brothers.
My brothers, you must make haste.
Finally, we know the way.
I know you know the way.
As we get closer to the forest, I telekinetically call out to Bill and I ask him, Bill, why are you running?
Something else with telepathy worms its way into the conversation. doesn't say anything. There's just this bizarre, stagnant quiet that just kind of fills the back of your brain.
Are you the fucking Lord of Thieves?
It's like that Unfriended movie, isn't it?
And I am the
Give me some
Lord
credit,
of
good grief.
Dancing.
The glitch just typed. Dun, dun, dun.
If I'm gonna rip off Renraku Arcology, I'm gonna do it right, goddammit, and actually run Shadowrun.
I'm just gonna say, if you're who I think you are, you're gonna get yours. And then I just disable telepathy.
Aiden, after a while, you still got some of the scrying going. You can see buildings you actually recognise now. The old auction house isn't far from Mr. Lester's old store. It's on the opposite side of the same block of buildings.
Okay. Yeah. Are we gonna get in the?
Yeah, do we recognize building?
Oh yeah, you guys recognise it as Stanley's old shop that he used to run before we moved all its operations to your building. And the lights are on.
Maybe Sargon betrayed Bill.
Can we rush there and just knock on the door?
Yeah, fuck it.
Is there any tracks on the ground or any risk?
Yes.
Is there any blood sort of being dragged?
Specifically, in the scrying, you can see tracks.
By the way, can you just check out Pathfinder Private? This is beautiful.
It's about my reaction is always. Jesus Christ. I imagine it being said with the same tone as "I have drunk poison."
And look above the knuckle, crunching his head in the bucket of blood.
Can someone please do a Photoshop of Vilmond drinking holy water? I have drunk holy water.
Alright, cool. So are we pimping up to fucking Stanley's shop? Guys?
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
fucking go.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Lights are on, but nobody appears to be home inside.
Is
The
V's
door
ghost
is
here?
locked. V's ghost is not here. The number of staff you have that are currently absent and not accounted for is worrying.
Well, you can walk in there and have them all just be fucking stuffed animals.
I'm assuming you're just going to kick the door in then.
Yeah, pretty much.
Perception.
The door is bizarrely sturdy, but versus a vampire, not terribly strong enough.
I heard a woman screaming about children. You have to enter. Only moral thing to do.
Freeze, vegan police.
We take away your vegan powers. Yeah.
The place is untouched since you were last here. The same candles, the same stuffed animals,
That
same
was,
toys.
that was a fucking Scott Pilgrim reference. I nearly missed that. Fuck you, but mud.
Why is it my fault? Buckethead?
I will say I was the one who did make the initial vegan police joke, so I'll wear that L on my chest.
Can we all see what is behind?
The door is locked.
Does anyone want to use strength, or can we roll perception to see what's on the other side, like to hear?
That's a good shot. Can we see through the lock there? That's a good shot. Yeah. Oh wait, I'm a mist man. I can just kind of pick my head through.
Yeah, couldn't we just go into mist and can't we just fit through any sort of crack and shit like that?
Essentially, yes.
I'm gonna
The only, I will say there is no like the actual meeting of the door is so precise that you would not be able to drift through it in mist form. You'll need to use the keyhole.
Yeah, well, I'll take the. Yeah, although I see this is probably going to be a trap. Now I think about it, because there's no secondary option. Wait, I'm trying to look for an appropriate. I'm just going to use. I'm going to use a dot. Fuck it. I'm just going to kind of peek my head through, just like a very small. You know, in like where you get the little camera things, where it's like you get a little small camera that you can fit through a hole, like that, just like
endoscope.
I'm gonna give it a colonoscopy or so, whatever it's called.
How much mist needs to go through the keyhole for him to be able to see through the other side?
A good chunk of it. I'd say you need to have it. I will give the same bonuses I would give for using a periscope, essentially. A +4 to stealth.
Mm-hmm.
Plus cover. But okay. So is it just Mark III is going through, or is it going to be Knucker as well?
I thought he was only going part of the way through it. If he goes all the way through,
if I'm going away
through
it,
I'll go through.
I'm only going halfway. Like I'm only like the genie coming out of the lamp. Like,
can we both fit?
Yeah.
You're
missed.
Fuck it.
You're
Yeah, fuck it. I'll do it as well.
Okay. Could both of you make reflex saves then?
Okay. Give me a second. Probably should have had this in my action bar, but I realised that would just come to defeat the point.
Okay, you pass.
Don't forget the +4 for me.
Yeah, I think we're safe. People. Can I do perception? It's already in my bar.
Knucker, is that your reflex 24, or am I missing something?
My reflex is 24. Yep.
Okay.
And plus whatever from rituals.
As you drift through, you narrowly avoid triggering a trap. There is essentially a little blob of anhydrous copper oxide inside the keyhole. Rigged to it is a trap trigger. As you seep through, you notice that beneath the door, well, beneath and to the right-hand side of the door, is a gas cylinder with a magical enchantment on it. If you had triggered this trap, it would have drawn both of you inside the cylinder and trapped you there.
So it was like the Ghostbuster thing.
I shit you not, this is from an actual published adventure, this particular item.
Okay, I'm gonna do a perception check. See what's in the room.
Okay.
That dice is permanent.
2 large, about thigh height chests.
Right. I think it's safe to say I want to go through.
Each are about 10 foot by 5 foot.
Right. If I go through, can I disarm the trap on the other side?
Yes, if you reform on the other side. It is purely rigged to a trigger inside
Inside the keyhole.
Lock. Yeah. It appears that whoever rigged this place was ready for you guys.
So can I just open it?
That you?
Okay.
Yeah, you can just rip out the hose.
Oh right, so I'll just take it out and just open the door then.
Yeah.
I'm going to reform
I'll do that.
roughly at that point in the room, but I'm not going to reform on the floor. I'm just going to stay in the air.
Okay.
I'm just open the door, just like
This
taking
whole
the shit
place, the same candles, but they're not emitting light.
By the way, anyone can come through if they want. I don't know if
Can he open the door from the other side for us?
Yeah, no, I just said I opened the door. Like I'll just take out the hose or whatever. I'll just put it in the corner.
Can we step inside now?
With the aid of the, Yeah, you can. From this side, you can unlock it normally.
So what? Can I just unlock it now? Just like open the door and let everyone in. If I can, I'm going to do that.
Yes, you can.
Okay, do realise there's a room on the right hand side, so it may be worth having a look in.
This storage room is shabby, but weirdly well stocked. It's full of one of the apothecary's cabinets. There are lots of tiny little drawers.
Okay, so
And
so
again,
this
2 big chests.
right? Okay, yeah. This here, what is this here?
That's a door.
Right. I'm assuming that's also locks.
Yes.
Right.
It has 3 locks.
Do I recognize any of the locks? Or just regular locks?
With the 27 perception, 2 of the locks traps. If you were to try and pick those locks, the top one would electrocute you. The bottom one would seal the room, lock both doors, and flood the entire room with gas.
I still don't see the issue.
The middle, the gas is aerosolized holy water.
I do see the issues with this.
The middle one is an arcane lock.
Is one just like a normal lock? Like just like
It's a magically enhanced lock. That's the middle one. That's the
So-
only
sorry.
one that's actually functional.
1d20 plus I roll knowledge arcana.
yeah. Let's just move that back.
Yeah. Let me,
Yeah, 142. I know how this works on a subatomic level. I'm splitting the fucking thalm at this point.
I'm going to go stand in the front room. Layman, you good
The
with
core-
traps?
I think that's a loaded question.
I think I got this like.
Here is my thesis on why this lock is bullshit.
I actually wrote a paper on this. Is he just pulls out this book that's written.
With that much, you know that it's an arcane lock. It can normally be bypassed via the knock spell or by a particularly talented person with a disabled device. Alternately, you can just rip the door off its hinges.
Let's just do the one that.
However, as your enlightened skeptic senses will tell you, as a Jew, you know the most direct route is to just blow through the wall, Mossad style.
Well, I mean, I think Monster
Yes,
Demon is a
I-
particularly disabled device, so we could probably get through it that way.
I suggest we just blow up this wall. If
This is
that
bullying,
easy.
and I won't allow it. I won't allow it.
Fine, I'll blow up the wall.
Yeah, can we move out of the way of the wall? Is that a thing we
Uh,
can?
It should be noted
I require you to be in the blast radius.
that the advantage of Deadly Boy is that whenever he makes an object explode, it ceases to exist. It gets erased. It gets consumed as a material component. Which Stanley has never seen you use.
All right, Monster Demon, I want you to basically stand behind me and blast the Yoshikage Akira theme. And
Hang on, I'll get. Hang on.
Oh no.
I thought my rendition was actually pretty good.
Can
I
I
love having that
just
sound effect.
I should probably roll damage on the wall, yeah? Or
Yes. The explosion is kind of weird and contained. It's less of an explosion, more kind of a.
It explodes and then implodes in on itself.
When I get my hands on Sargon, I'm going to do him 10 times worse than Richard Spencer did.
It makes it sound like a mix of a firecracker going off and the sound of Diane Abbott falling down a flight of stairs.
What, just random numbers popping out as well? Just I have no clue. 1 billion, 1 trillion, 2. Oh.
Yeah, it uses Capcom versus Tatsunoko rules, where everything is like 32 billion damage.
also, should I stand in front of the wall or like to the side of the wall
You have
instead of people in front of me?
It's up to you. Essentially what you're doing is causing a very localized explosion, or you got precise bombs anyway, right?
Actually, I don't, not on my Eidolon, no. I'll quickly check that.
Good shout.
If you put something up against it, it will focus the blast.
Yeah.
Layman, you get any thoughts on all this?
The
Doesn't have any thoughts.
the stuffed hippopotamus next to you eyes you suspiciously.
No, not precise bombs. So get
Everyone better step back.
I'm already hiding behind the chest.
I'm already in misform. I'm just not dealing with this.
Aiden might want to go to the other side of the room.
Yeah, I'm getting out of here.
And
Taking cover behind the hippo.
and that's the damage. I mean, if you're into that shit, okay, give me your hands. And 21 damage will that do?
Appears to be old, musty, disused bedroom.
There's a
That
bed.
said, despite the bed is unmade. And again, another candle. This time it's been snuffed out by the explosion.
Oh, fingernail clippings.
Is there anything under the bed?
Tossing the bed aside. There is a ladder down.
I put my headlight on my helmet. Do I see anything downstairs?
The ladder goes down a long way. Long way.
Ooh, lads. This is gonna be interesting. Who wants to go first?
I know who wants to go last.
I'll go down. I can fly and I'm made to take punishment.
I have this.
Well.
I have a torch and I throw it at the bottom. See how far it goes.
About halfway down the ladder, it stops falling and just starts rotating in place.
Can I perceive? Is it a trap or something?
After a couple of rotations, it begins to slow, and then the torch implodes on itself.
I'm glad I didn't go down there.
Could I try to do the same, but use a flare? Use the flare spell to see.
Yes. As the flare spell does not have mass, it does not get caught by the gravity trap, and travels down to the actual floor. This building was built on top of ruins. There is what appears to be a subterranean cave. Old one too. Looks to go all the way to the coast, judging by the kind of stone involved. You're seeing a lot of sandstone, a lot of
Do I know
limestone.
how to disable this trap or?
It is possible to disable it. Main method would be dispulsion. However, it can be tricked. It needs to devour something biological.
Could I just chuck some blood on it?
Wait.
No, it needs to devour basically a body.
I'm out.
I take out my golden mouse and I give it a little kiss and I say, "You have to take this one for the team, buddy. Best of luck."
It gives you a look that says, "Really, motherfucker, you doing this to me now?"
Can you drop a drone down mud?
What would that do though?
I don't know. Would it count as that? Would be enough for a body? Would a mouse be enough of a body?
Well, I think it needs to consume something organic.
I think we have the knowledge it has to be biological. This is at least partially.
Also, all of my robots inherently explode, so when they die. So I mean, as it goes.
You don't have to investigate if you bury all the ruins under 10 tons of rubble.
Look, all I say is we throw down one of the stuffed hippos or something.
I was about to say. Well said. How about we throw the hippo down?
Can hippo fit?
Yes.
Sweet, I'm sold.
Yeah,
Right, I go pick up the hippo and I just bung it down the hole.
Goodbye, hippo.
Goodbye, hippo.
As it touches the anomaly, you can see that the interior of the hippo is not stuffing. It's petrified flesh. It's as if someone took a completely plushified version of that creature's innards, and you see it crumple and implode on itself. Imagine, if you will, a hippopotamus, a full-size hippopotamus, being forced through a gap the size of a penny.
Nice. Can't you summon creatures, Lemon?
But yeah, that does. You see the anomaly dispel for the time being.
Okay.
Should be. Those of you with knowledge arcana, or just a regular memory check.
Might as well. Knowledge arcana seems like the one that's more likely.
Arcana.
Okay, scenario
Ooh,
shit.
lad. Okay, yeah. Richard, you vividly remember your first job for Stanley was to go out, hunt some animals, and sprinkle magical powder over them that would turn them into plushes.
Yeah.
This trap needed a dead body. Or a body, living or dead. You suspect that a good number of the toys in here weren't always toys. Which makes some of the puppets rather worrying.
You are a toy.
I kind of figured that was the case back then. Otherwise, I just didn't think anybody cared.
Yeah, I don't think I didn't care even. I was just like,
Look at
Quite worryingly, Nuka, as you look to the side, there is a toy of you.
I hope everyone's enjoying me like edit my macros.
Is there
with
like
colours.
a toy of me?
No, but there's about there's 2 or 3 of Nuka.
Ooh,
But
Oh,
not
no.
this version of him.
old versions?
Yes.
Do they all look the same?
No.
Oh, no.
Oh my god, is it the different knuckers through the years?
You do your different reincarnations.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Looks like someone got hold of those bodies. But most worryingly
Nice.
to you, Nuka, is the intact Knucklevi plush on the same shelf.
I may suggest we pick up the dolls and head downstairs.
Do I know? Does it look familiar to me? Like the knuckle.
Oh, it looks intimately familiar to you.
Because it's you.
Oh, is it me?
Yes. It
Oh.
it blinks.
Alright. Okay.
No, only know if it's anatomically correct if it has a tiny penis.
Do I need to roll? Well, as we know by Lozzie's drawings, like, fucking that is not the case. Fucking.
Are they canon?
And now it's in a format where we can't edit it out. Great.
Fucking.
We can't be willfully ignorant of the things we've
I'm-
seen
I'm-
anymore.
I'm
It's
willfully
part of the fucking show.
Well, do I need to roll anything to basically deal with the fact that this is fucked up?
Don't worry, I've been rolling.
Alright. Could somebody check these things for traps or something like that? Because I kind of.
Well, unless you're wearing a dress, I mean, it's probably not a trap. I mean,
Oh,
not you, but the plushie.
Look.
Can you like roll a priest or arcana on these things?
Yes, you may.
Arcana?
Oh, what worst case scenario, Nuka? We could turn you into like a little
Interior is a priest.
animatronic. It's a small world after all. Small world after all.
Okay. The plushie powder that you guys were given, it uses the Sculpt Corpse spell as its basis. These aren't really plushies, they are magically altered dead bodies, and count as dead bodies for all purposes thereon. So when a necromancer raises one as an undead, it works. It maintains its size, but it does reanimate.
I still have the Necronomicon basically. Does it tell anything about this? If I can remember it from the Arcana roll.
Well, you know that something this size isn't really much of a threat physically. However, undead don't blink of their own volition. It's one of the telltale signs that someone is using it to look through their eyes. Because people still blink instinctively. Undead don't do that.
I look back at the doll, and then I look back and I say, someone is watching us through this thing.
Guys, I am very upset. I look into the eyes of the knuckle of me, and I'm just like, I don't even have the words. This is.
If you want, I can get rid of those bodies for you.
No, for fuck, no.
I take like a bed sheet and throw it over the dolls to cover their eyes. Stop.
Are they safe to touch?
Yeah, they are reanimated, but they are still just plushies. They can't really do
Wait,
much
was that-
damage.
what-
They
if
have
we-
no sharp edges.
If we slap the plushie, does Nuka feel it?
No.
Have you
I
tried?
slap it to find
Science.
Maybe if you do voodoo rituals or some shit. But
No, I slap the horse and the face to see which part of knuckle.
Do you go? Are you slapping from side to side, or are you slapping like vertically down?
Side to side.
As you slap it, it reacts very bizarrely. It reacts by essentially flipping over upside down and skittering up the wall like a spider. You can see on the underside of it, the entire stomach of the horse part of the knuckle has been split open, and inside, ribs have been pulled into teeth, and it's filled with grasping little plush hands.
Well, I guess we found out who was doing all the body horror shit.
Do we see anything around the room?
Oh no! Do you reckon that he
Like,
made
I'm
the
thinking
Tildir?
it's the same guy. Tildir and the alien things.
I think he made the Tildir, and then it just got
Alien
escaped.
things and the underground, the Dread Maiden.
As you're checking around, you find some rather disquieting things. Well, one, all the ingredients required to make the plushie powder. And then you start finding toys that are clearly old. They've been used. There's teeth marks. The kind of stuff that shows that it's been owned by someone else. A couple of drawers down from that, you find a single child-sized shoe.
Nice.
oh, great. Can I catch my knuckle?
Do any of the dolls remind us of the people that are missing on the wanted posters?
Some of them bear a rather worrying resemblance.
To whom?
The
of the
people
missing-
in the missing posters.
Specifically, the children. Who were the ones who you didn't.
Oh
It-
no! He's a
Can I
paedophile.
catch the plushie in me?
You may attempt to.
All right. What do I roll for that, or you could just going to use my reflex save or something?
Just
You skeptical about consent laws.
Roll to hit. Fuck. Fuck. Shit.
May I suggest, are these chests empty or is there something inside of them?
there is something inside of them, but they are anchored to the floor and quite securely locked.
Is there a trap inside? Do we have to roll perception?
They don't appear to be trapped.
Yeah.
Okay,
As far
I
as you can
got
tell.
I got 21. Do I catch myself?
Yes. You have a tiny U.
Basically, the question is if there is something interesting. If not, we can empty and just put all the evidence inside the chest.
Is
Nuka, as you grab yourself, as strange as that is to say, you feel that there's something inside the cavity. There's a key.
So just all right. Well, I stick my hand inside myself.
Ooh, wait. Ooh.
And
Ooh,
remove the
It
key.
appears that someone has used your older self
His holdings?
as a bag of holding. It's been converted.
Ooh,
The interior is larger than the exterior. Rather significantly.
You could say that Nuka's old body is a drug mule.
I'm just gonna put this in the sheet. I'm gonna ball up the sheet with the plushes. I'm gonna put the Knuckle of E plush in there, and I'm gonna tie the top of it.
And we need to put everything somewhere.
I'm just gonna keep this with me, and I'm not gonna say a word. I'm just gonna walk into the next room, and I'm just gonna be very quiet about things for a bit.
Is there any plush powder, Danny? Still,
Yes.
I'm gonna take some.
There's another bag of infinite plush powder.
Oh hell yes!
I'm just going to pick up any papers I can that are lying around.
Rich, you find a book.
Oof. What is it
Specifically,
about?
it's a book of nursery rhymes.
That's what he does to the children.
You know, fuck it.
I read the book.
I'm gonna roll.
Is this slanderous against Sargon?
Is there
wait,
anything
that's one.
unnatural about the book?
Ignore that roll. I'm gonna roll an Arcana to see if I have any knowledge. Would there be any way to bring these kids into like a human form again?
Okay. This would require resurrection. Plushy powder only works on corpses.
All right. Then
Is there like any hidden text in the book?
As you're flicking through the pages, you find something. Well, you find one of the pages are different to the others. There's an odd odor to it, and on it is an old nursery rhyme that reads, "Rub-a-dub-dub, 3 men in a tub, and who do you think they be? The butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker, and all of them out to sea."
Butcher is the bill. Candle maker is, I assume,
Sargon.
Lester.
Okay.
What was the third guy?
The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker.
Who baked the drugs? Or something else?
I just realised something. See if this Knuckle
No,
of E's.
the third guy. The third guy is that the arbiter guy that was also interested. Maybe him. I packed the book with myself.
I dispose of all the children's bodies in a
There
quick
is no cesspool available. At
Oh
this
god
current
damn it!
point in
I was
time.
going to say a slurry pit. Damn you, Bill. You
Unfortunately, there is no cesspool, as there is currently an ancient ruin underneath this building.
Yeah. Let's go.
I guess
Let's go down and follow the road.
Did
If
we-
we don't see it.
If you wish.
Could we check the chests first? Mud, could you check use engineering or whatever to check the chests
Yeah.
for traps?
I'm just
Would it be
basically-
sleight of hand? Would be better, wouldn't
The
it?
disabled device.
Disable device.
I think we checked already.
Now, remember, if you don't have proficiency in thieves' tools, this will take 5 hours. And I probably shouldn't throw stones from glass houses. Let's see.
How durable are the chests? Could they
Ooh,
be-
very, very durable
Doc-
indeed.
Don't you have thieves'
Basically,
tools?
if we cannot
Oh,
open them in like
I have
2 minutes.
thieves tool on me. Yeah.
You then do it.
Okay. I'm
Wait,
going
doesn't
to-
Nuka have the key?
Do I have the key?
Yeah, from yourself, from your anus.
Yeah. No, but what I was saying was going to check it for traps first.
Oh yeah. Well, would that be?
I basically checked them from what Bill told me. There is no
Would
traps that I can,
would craft trap be okay? Just to double check.
Okay.
You
Cool.
can double check if you wish.
All right, Doc, you might want to back up. Oh no, but first, Mud, double check, please. Thanks.
Is it bad that I imagine that when Doc hasn't got the horse out, it's like a hobby horse? It's got like a little. It's a stick with the fucking horse's head on.
it's basically like in Monty Python when they just ride around.
Oh, and he's Eidolon. He's Eidolon as the fucking
He doesn't
coconuts.
actually have a horse. He has a manservant with 2 coconut halves.
Yeah.
No, that's what his Eidolon is. Just
It's not just an Irishman with 2 coconut halves. A Kerryman, there we go.
No, it's it's a Kerryman with 2 like hollowed out potatoes.
I've got 2 potato skins.
Oh, but Jesus. Yeah, I think we're probably all right.
Okay,
because
so-
Yep.
just rolled high.
You do not find any traps.
Alright, cool. I take the key and I try to use it on the chest.
The key turns in the lock. There's a loud click.
Okay. I very slowly and very carefully slowly open the lid.
Inside is on one side there is what appears to be a scroll tube. There is a black bag and what appears to be a set of manacles.
Lovely.
Manacles have got clear signs of blood stains.
Manacles is what you used to chain people to the wall, if I remember English correctly.
Yeah, handcuffs would be equivalent.
It's his child murdering kit.
There is something in the bag.
A child.
What is in the bag?
I'm not getting any implications if there is a child.
Inside, it looks as if someone had just peeled off Stanley's skin and left it as an intact suit.
Oh no. It's a skinwalker.
Shit. Oh shit.
There is more than one suit.
That explains why. Oh no.
Quite most worryingly is a rather familiar face.
Is it Bill?
Everyone's favourite water filter salesman.
No! Listen here, you skinwalking motherfucker, right? Let me make something fucking clear. If you can hear us, I'm coming for you.
And finally, something unlike the other 2. It is a set. It is a shed reptilian skin.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no, Alex Jones was a fucking lizard man.
Is it like a disguise thing, or is it an actual shed skin?
This is an actual shed skin.
Oh,
The other 2 were like the other 2 appeared to be actual disguises, albeit made from actual human flesh.
Does anybody know what
This-
that kind of reptile thing this is?
Bill?
Let's see.
Knowledge, freedom.
Knowledge, nature.
Oh, I can roll nature there.
I can roll only planes. Will that suit?
31 nature, boy.
What the fuck is nature?
You want all our planes as well?
Wait a minute. That man was selling me Guinness. Well,
Maybe it wasn't Guinness. It was Gages.
It was Bud Light.
Oh, it's Bud Light. Oh.
Oh, same thing as gay juice.
I agree. Oh, by the way, I think everyone made like the replacement for our icons.
Oh yeah, fucking Nullis. Fucking.
Yeah, thank you, Nels. That was beautiful.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I like the fact I've got a little Sonic.
No, you know what that motherfucker was doing? I thought I was buying Guinness from him, but he was just selling me fucking green beer or some shit.
He was selling you Guinness Original, mate.
Oh, motherfucker.
So,
You look down. Wait, what? Look at Candace's Diet Guinness. What?
You know they have that. You know they actually have like Guinness that's like a lower percentage.
Oh, fucking destroy the earth, to be honest.
Okay.
What's the point?
so who is the lizard skin?
Yeah, what race is it?
Reptilian. Fun fact.
Well.
Pathfinder has a reptilian race.
They're literally just called reptilian.
Yes, and they do in fact get the ability to cast Disguise Self as a spell-like ability.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Right, I'm going to slowly and carefully stick the key in the other chest and turn it very carefully.
Okay. It clicks.
Opening it very slowly, very carefully.
Inside, you find a briefcase.
Just a briefcase.
Yeah, quite a sturdy big one.
Is it trapped?
I pick up the briefcase, turn to the side, and place it on the floor. What's keeping it shut?
Nothing. It's just a usual latch.
Okay, I turn the latch carefully, slowly, blah blah blah, and I flip open the briefcase.
Inside, you find what appears to be a camera. Quite an advanced one too, Numerian make.
Oh,
Is there anything special about the camera?
Well, it records video, which is an incredibly rare feature.
A prison camera, do we know?
It is a Numerian camera. It is a high-tech camera. These are only found in Numeria normally, and the price of these is prohibitively high.
I take it for myself to inspect the thing.
I roll a cheese pizza check on the camera.
What are the pictures?
Just okay. There is a way to watch the data on the camera from the camera itself.
Yeah.
As one with a modern camera.
Can we watch it?
You may.
Is it going to be really hard to see?
To be hard to watch.
Why?
Horrible things in it.
Well, are you familiar with the term snuff film?
Oh, this is
I-
why I wish I had booze.
I grab the camera with my idolon and destroy it.
No.
Punch the idiot.
We need to get rid of this shit.
A lot of money. We need to take the camera and record a video in the forest around the place and title it "Fucking We Found My Own Body in the Circling Forest."
Yeah, look, Duck, listen. You know how much money we can make on YouTube if we just release all this shit?
What's YouTube?
What's YouTube?
Listen, look, I'm thinking about the future, right? I'm going to live a lot longer than you lot, right? I say that assuming that I'll actually live longer than you lot, but the important thing is...
I start.
Keep putting coins in the jar and you might not get that far, mate.
I look at the video and
money on YouTube's worth.
This is a level of degeneracy you've never seen before. Even as a knuckle of V.
How snuff is this enough?
Let's put it this way. You may want to roll knowledge religion. I'm actually a skeptic. I have no god.
I have it just 1 second.
Let's put it this way. 10 minutes into watching this, you'll fucking appreciate
Wait, no. My only god is V, so...
Ritualist, you can identify that one of the participants in the snuff film is a vampire. And is a very talented flesh warper.
I blow up Nook as well.
Do I recognize the vampire? What's his name?
Duck, if you carry on, I'm going to go inside your body as a mistman. Don't know what that'll do, but I don't think you'll like it.
I'll blow you up then. I'll blow you
I'll
up.
be inside of you, you mong.
That's too...
Oh, you kill clad inside of your lungs.
So, Bill, what do I tell them?
You recognize a vampire by the name of Varus, the Butcher of Geb. Let's put it this way, he had to flee the otherwise a state entirely based around the supremacy of necromancers exiled him.
Wait, sorry, you killed Geb.
He is a Methuselah, meaning he's a very old vampire.
Oof.
When did he kill Geb?
He was
it?
exiled from the. He was exiled from the state about 2 centuries ago.
He was quacked pretty hard.
So he's a vampire, but can we see what kind of race he looks like?
Please go.
Varus is a flesh warper by trade. Whatever race he was, no trace of it remains. He went through a... You know a little bit of the history of Geb, perhaps as someone who studied necromancy. In fact, he's mentioned by name in the Necronomicon.
Sorry, what?
He's mentioned by... In the book of necromancy that Rich was picked up, he's mentioned by name.
I flipped to the book.
If those of you... Okay, to put into context, those of you who played Vampire the Masquerade and know what the Zemisi are... know what you're dealing with here.
Nobody knows.
He can take a person. No, sorry. He is someone who can sculpt flesh like it was clay. Can run his fingers down a person's face and remove the face.
Face off.
I know who this fucking guy is. I know what this is. I played
He's
fucking
Nicolas
Vampire
Cage.
the Masquerade. I've seen his flesh house.
Later on in the video, you can watch him taking 8 people and melding them together, twisting body parts, twisting bone and flesh together, such that the bone snaps and fuses, and you can see severed arms being formed together into antlers.
I fucking called it.
It's fucking.
Can I have it on the record that I called this shit?
Well, let's finish. Let's see what happens after it turns into antlers.
You can see what appears to be well, let's put it this way. Originally, the deer, as it ends up, was a family. Family of about 8 people.
Does the camera have colour?
That's a good question.
Can we see what colour the deer is?
I'll give you 3 guesses. And the first 2 don't count.
And it's steel.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Specifically, what it is what happens when you completely... It's a hue of teal that you only get when you completely obliterate the oxygen content of blood. That bluish tinge you get from a vein.
Bill, very serious question. Does he look like an evil tooth fairy? Basically with a white mask and with the bone beads and with prints of hands on his body?
The figure himself, he looks rather remarkably similar to one thing you run into before. You may recall that there were mannequins all around the wasp's nest.
Yeah.
They all look fairly similar in the face.
I hate this island.
He's been playing us like a damn fiddle.
Why are we still here? Just to follow Bill's autistic crusade.
Wait, no.
Welcome back.
That means.
Where the fuck were you?
Wait, shit. Has he been around?
Listening.
Has he been around since?
Even before we came here. Long before.
Like, unironically, we've known this dude as Sargon. Oh, sorry. I mean Lester the molester. I mean, Lester the.
Before he was overtaken.
No link to any children.
Is there a way to tell how old the skin is? Like, how long ago it would have been removed or something? Is there any way to check that sort of thing?
Yes. You can check decomposition. It appears though it has been magically preserved somewhat, using unguented timelessness. The skin was... let's put it this way. This person was in disguise before you arrived on the island. You'd wager perhaps before some of you were even born.
I'm not even that old, so probably.
I'm 15.
Well...
15.
I'm just a regular 15-year-old Japanese high school student.
Oh, it's canon now.
So I will. Is there anything else to watch on the video, or are we just stopped after a few minutes? Seeing enough.
There is one final scene. There are 3 figures. All masked. One of them is wearing Stanley's skin. Another is wearing the skin of Alex. The third one, he's wearing not skin, but flesh.
Is there any way to recognize from the stature or from the body shape?
Do we know?
The lighting isn't sufficient to really see. However, what you can see is what appears to be an honest to the gods angel. As it's being ripped apart, piece by piece, feather by feather. It appears to be some form of archon, perhaps. And it's just being rent apart, particle by particle, melded, rearranged. Bones are being ripped free from its body as its flesh runs like water. Bones being rearranged and remelded, reinserted and shuffled around. And the result is something truly abominable. But at the same time, bizarrely normal in its humanoid stature and perfect in its finish. It appears as though it's an idealized female form, save for one thing. There are no eyes. There's no mouth. There's no nose. It's just obliterated features. And dotting its body all over its skin, you can see eyes open and shut, and mouths roil and flow. You can see bones twist and breaking on themselves as it moves. Then the feet goes dead.
Did she look anything like the Thread Maiden?
There was a certain familial resemblance.
You may not like this, but this is the ideal female body.
Can I just point out that somebody was looking at us with a knuckle of doll? I was going to say earlier on, but we kind of get sidetracked. Does anybody want to try and figure out where we're being watched from? Do we have any method of doing that, like a reverse scrying of some kind?
After a while, the feed is dead, and then it flickers on again. It's as if there's a gap in the footage.
Can you like
But the footage is from within Punchies. You see yourselves in your rooms, reclining, relaxing, researching. And some are fairly recent.
So what do I look like?
Yeah, there's going to be a way of referencing how far time has travelled.
Yep. What do I look like?
It's recent. You'd say about a week ago. This is as recent as you were a vampire, and this is this incarnation of you.
Was he crystal?
Yes. It runs the gamut from your initial arrival all the way to about 2 weeks ago. But worryingly is that dotted between these intervals, there's footage of what appears to be people moving to and fro the shopping districts, people who let their children run ahead of them, people who are just a bit too busy with something else, not quite paying attention. People who are infirm, have some kind of hobble, a limp, gout perhaps. People with particularly weak children, particularly strong-blooded children. In other words, this is, if you were to hand this into any guard location on the planet, it would be enough of a case by itself. But given the rest of the evidence here, the term lynch mob would definitely be on the cards, and rightly so.
It's Kevin Spacey.
This is someone's hunting log, in short.
Oh.
I was going to say it would really be kind of it would really kill the mood of this if just in the fucking images of, let's see, these kids get abducted every now and again, it sees them try to abduct like a kid or something like that, and we just pluck them away for one of the ones that we took.
You will note that some of the videos are from the coast, where the figures will just find people who have been seemingly exsanguinated on death's door.
I don't know.
Been
what that
bled.
means.
It looks like, by the looks of things, Vilmund wasn't actually eating all the bodies and was dumping them elsewhere.
Right.
All right. I think we saw enough of these.
No.
Yeah, guys, I don't know if
I think we
signed
can
up.
like lock it all up in a chest, all
No,
the
there's-
evidence.
I need to know that there's no more information.
Yeah. Does the video keep going?
No, it cuts out after that.
Is that
It will, but there's one final video. It's actually something rather different. It's a manufacturing plant. It appears to be a carpenter's workshop. What appears to be an old ironwood throne is being broken down into chunks.
Does it look anything like the thing in the vision I saw from the shred?
Yes. This is the original.
Anything else on the video or?
No, after that cuts out.
Okay.
It cuts out for good.
fucking weapons, man?
So we know Alex was a reptile. Sargon was a reptile. Fucking
Vampire was a reptile.
Liz is a reptile.
Don't.
let fucking what's I was gonna say now? What they fucked over Bill. Bill possibly used the connection with fucking Stanley or Sargon, fucking Stanley,
Chair or whatever.
to basically get hold of this chair. Probably because he didn't have a lot of time. He could probably ask with certain people. He probably went to him, set up that connection, and fucked us over. Fucked Bill over and partially fucked us over by giving him that sort of thing. So, what else?
I think we really need to arm ourselves and go down the.
The entrance
stairway.
seemed pretty cool, to be honest.
Hey, Bill, I got a question.
Go ahead.
We're at the beginning of the campaign. I think it was episode 4 or something like that. I rolled a sense of motive on Sargoi, and it came back completely clean. How abysmal was my roll back then, if you remember?
It wasn't very good.
Right.
Also, we have the the fucking visual link with the knuckle of me in the sack. Anybody want to try something with that, or are we just going down the hole?
Knuckle of Marley and me.
You know, Knuckle of
I think
Marley.
it's a safe bet to go down the hole.
Do we need the camera for anything else, like other than selling it? If not, I'm destroying this thing.
Oh, Knuckle of
No,
Marley.
Bag the camera. It's fucking
We
very
need
valuable.
at least evidence, if nothing else, or to sell it later on. Just bag everything, and we're going to take it, all the papers, all the dolls, all the powder, and the camera with us.
All right.
Later on, we'll decide the fate. Okay.
All right. Just in case, though, I'm grabbing the crocodile and throwing it down the hole in case we took too long.
The crocodile implodes on contact with the ladder.
Right. So yep, we did take too long. All right. Everybody who's coming down there, anybody that can't fly or whatever, I'll help carry you down. I reckon I could hold about 3 people.
I throw something else down first.
I'm
I
this man.
insist to be a lizard crawling down the walls.
I throw a coin downstairs just to.
Yep,
No,
it's fine.
that's.
Cool.
I throw a
Does anyone
child down.
need to be helped? I think only Richest would need to be helped.
Well, Aiden
maybe
can-
Aiden
Aiden
as
I
well.
can
breathe.
fly.
You
I think
can
most
fly?
of
I
us
thought
can
just
actually
breathe
fly.
lightning.
And/or.
Okay.
Yeah, I can fly or just zap
unless we
down.
have to really roll perception during the tunnel, or we just come out of the other end.
Whatever. I hold out my arm for Ritualist and let him stand on my foot. Basically, just help him float down.
Is the flare still going down there? Or is that over?
No, that faded the back turn after you sent it down. But yes. I should transfer you across to the new map. Oh, we're going to have lots of fun here.
We are going on a trip to a place called Auschwitz.
It's lucky that I'm already gas.
Lose ourselves.
The lost city of Auschwitz.
Oh, lad.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh,
Next week, we will be venturing into the ruins of Pandemonium. And I hope you will join us all next week as well. We can see exactly how many of them survive. Place your bets now.
wait a minute. That fucking icon looks similar. Is it just me or that like tentacle thing? Have we seen that before?
I think we did fight something like that before in the past, didn't we? In the crypt.
I don't think we did fight anything in the past.
Or
I think I would remember and draw that thing. We did not fight it.
Oh no, you didn't fight it, but you may have seen it fleetingly.
Oh shit! Yes. When did I see it go?
You may recall, once upon a time, when you first went down into the crypts, you saw a little flash of something feeding on some bodies.
Oh shit! That was back when we discovered the what's it? What do you call it? Scalpel, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, after we were clearing the
Holy
crypt
shit.
out, that thing was sitting there and it was eating on bodies and then it fucked off immediately.
What an incentive to go back and watch the old episodes. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Going back and watching them now after everything we fucking learned for the revelations of this fucking episode, Jesus Christ.
It'll be really wow.
Season 2, switching to our new theme song, Chase.
Oh, fucking
Whoa, shit! No. Oh wait, I was about to say.
Do
like,
not fucking play it via the bot.
No, he can't.
I will
He can't. He doesn't have DJ.
Good.
Chase you.
Yeah, if he did, I would have ended the stream like, inversely. Okay.
Anyway.
The Milo Yiannopoulos theme tune. Cause I'm engaged. Forever.
Well, I hope you all had a nice time. I will warn that next week, oh boy, it's going to get rough. Those of you with weak constitutions or any particular hang-ups about literally anything may want to gird yourselves. Because, woo lad, it's going to be a rough sit for some of you.
No.
If you have anything that you're a bit touchy about,
If you were previously a child who was murdered, don't watch the stream.
Like, no, we're talking about edgy. Or we just
if at any time you were a child in Ireland, might want to bring a couple shots with you.
Ha! I'm always drunk for these streams. Okay, that's I'm gonna close on that.